Okay. Just got to make sure that we are live everywhere where we need to be live and that everything is working the way it should be working. So if you could please just give me a moment and then tell me there in the comments whether you can hear me properly, whether everything is fine. Welcome everybody to the Overthinking Football Show. My name is Joseph Mokwena, I'm your host, and this of course is a place where we absolutely love South African football and African football. The normal show is on every Monday to Thursday at 4 p.m. And then, of course, if Chiefs, Pirates, Mamelodi, Sundowns, Bafana, or Banyana are in action, we will be here doing what we're going to be doing today, which is a watch-along. We've got the first semi-final of the MTN 8, Sekhukhune taking on Orlando Pirates. First leg, of course, happening over there at the old Pitso Mosimane Stadium. Remember, it is a very interactive show. You are able to jump in and speak to me while I'm live right here. Halftime, I'm going to let 5 people in. And then, of course, second half, if we can reach our target of 25,000 likes, we will then continue with what you guys are going to have to say in the second half. So I'm looking for 25,000 likes here on TikTok. If you want to add your voice to the show, if you're watching on Facebook or on YouTube, join me right now on TikTok. Follow the account, and then, of course, you'll be able to request using the multi-guest button at the bottom of your screen. It's got a blue figure hugging a pink figure. You click on it, I let you in. We have some fun, but right now it seems like old Pitso Mosimane Stadium is having old Pitso Mosimane Stadium problems because it seems the net alfaswanga kahle. So now that seems to be delaying the game a little bit. I don't understand why this should be happening.
Hey, my lord,
My lord, I'm tired of this now.
Because since into one is yalen cartel. I mean, agnala siya la. I mean,
my lord, you are not going anywhere. Really, I'm tired about this.
But guys,
my lord, I'm tired of this.
What's the point of what's the point of the pre-match check? What's the point of the pre-match check if already, Jay, before it came, right before, you now have issues with the net? What is going on? But anyway, guys, please tell me in the comments what you think the score is going to be. Let me know in the comments how this game is going to end for you guys. Will the happy people be happy?
Will
the people be happy?
Yabona mina i-team engiyithandayo Orlando Pirates. Yeah, it's got my careful. Up the backs. Mangikhuluma nge-Orlando Pirates, ngikhuluma ngama-South African players wangempela. Bantu abasibhola.
Now, as we wait for the game to go on, let me just give you context. For context, in the league right now, Sekhukhune is sitting number 5, 3 games played, 2 wins, no draws, 1 loss. They've scored 3 goals, they've conceded 2 for a grand total of 6 points. Then Orlando Pirates is sitting number 1, 3 games played, 2 wins, 1 draw, no losses. They've scored 6, they've conceded only 1 goal for a grand total of 7 points. In the last 5 games, Orlando Pirates has 3 wins, a draw, and a loss. Last game out being a win, a 3-0 win versus Chipa. Before that, they drew 1-1 with Zulu. And then, of course, before that, they beat Durban City 2-1 in order to get through to this round of the competition. Then, Sekhukhune, on the other side, has no draws. They've got 4 wins and 1 loss. The last game out being a 2-0 win in the Limpopo Derby, beating Polokwane City. And before that, they lost 2-0 to Chiefs. And before that, they beat Zulu 4-3 in order to make it to this round of the competition. In the last 5 games, Sekhukhune has 3 wins. There's been 1 draw and a loss versus this Pirates team. Last game out being a 0-0 draw on the 24th of January 2026. And before that, they beat Pirates on the 9th of August, 1-0. Then, of course, when we look at starting lineups, Sekhukhune has Buthelezi in goal, Kumbulekaya, Mazembe Mobi, Kadoso, Kazim, Tlaka, Mkhize Mokwane, Mojela, Ramala, and Dove as the starting lineup for Cedric Kaizer's men. Then, of course, Orlando Pirates, on the other hand, have chained in goals BCCM, Hoto, Spelebele, Mogobodi, Tiane, Masilela, Lungu, Apolis, and Mbutuma. Okay, let's see. Aw, seba kipa mo. Nitikpo matubula. Guys, before I even start talking, guys, firstly, remember, we need to, just a reminder, the thoughts and views expressed by those in the comments or in the panels are not those of Overthinking Football. No, it's host George Mokwena. Yo, before Ninkibela niti hey. Maran Zatini, guys. Zatini. Anyway, the game is about to kick off. Okay, there we go. We have a proper kickoff now. Let me just start it over. We have a proper kickoff now. Let's see what Orlando Pirates can do. Guys, today, what's going to happen? Wait, Pirates. Let's myself and Ryan. Out of the blue, here comes Pirates. Play it across. Play it across. Hey, Kana, we have to get used to these new faces. Orlando Pirates getting the ball after a mistaken pass there or mistaken trap by Ukadoso. Unable to capitalize on that. Unable to capitalize on that number 48 to Masilela. Guys, who are these guys? Anyway, Caruso with the ball up the middle. Oh, Smisi picking up all the way up there. I really do want to see who is going to take over that Makaula role properly, because obviously Denson is on the bench, and then of course Nduli is out injured. So I wonder how they're going to play if you're already seeing Usbisi having to pick up the ball all the way up there. It's Wadu's new shiny toys. Hi, Tins. Small pitch will be advantage for Sekhukhune. Guys, when are we going to stop with the small pitch stuff, guys? These are professional teams. Guys. How many times are we going to play go old Peter Mukaba and then we're going to say it's a small pitch? Every season, you get 2-3 games there. Why do we act like it's a new thing? I'm a referee, so Kalile. Mtiani is a straight CDM. Mtiani is going to take over. Let's see. Because I think that Makaula role is so important to Pirates, man. And I know there's a build-up thing that Wadu's trying, where he's trying to now be more attack on purpose, right? But hey, it's not working out. Oh, Mjela Karawaja Mwalente Mjela. GNU, is the GNU here? Oh, my Chiefs, sorry, man. Is the GNU here?
The GNU will not last long.
Sundowns and Chiefs fans, are you GNU today? Are you hoping for a Sekhukhune win? How are we feeling today? Are you guys minying, la minya, or today alimini? What's going on?
As a certified minya lover, I'm coming on here with the newest minya.
Little minya now. Here comes Sekhukhune on the right-hand side. Ooh, already when you see Siema going to the left, when you see Siema having to track all the way back there, yeah. If 10 teams have small home stadiums, then maybe they're normally... That's what I'm saying, Madhumakuts. Everybody keeps saying, it's a small stadium. But then whenever you go play, you're playing in most of the time in smaller stadiums. Most of the time. So why do we make it such a big deal, honestly? How did Mobi not make it to the World Cup? Mobi Wabatu, unfortunately, Silepes Shapilean. I just noticed that too. But he was injured. So to be fair, I don't want to be fair to Mujela. Unfair to Mujela. He was injured. So maybe it's just about getting back to fitness, right? But I'm just noting something there. Here comes Pirates again. Guys, how do you feel about Pirates' attack? How do we feel about Pirates' attack? And in a cup competition, are you going to be able to wait out this other team knowing that you've got a second leg? Because if I'm Cedric Kays, I'm trying to frustrate Pirates as much as possible. If Pirates gets back to Escotini smiling, then there's going to be issues. Big teams behaving like SAB teams. Sekhukhune 2-0, Orlando Pirates. Okay, Orlando Pirates to beat Sekhukhune 2-0, says Stereophonic. Siyahlanganisa George, we'll see ukuthi phumani. Guys, also, who's on the bench? Yeah? Nginibona Charlotte, how are you guys celebrating before a player has even started? Umntwana Bantu doesn't even know, you guys don't even know ukuthi Umntwana Bantu celebration yakhe iyiphi, mara senimshayisa lena manje, nge-forced, before even scoring. Guys, unfair. United Bona starting the season with a loss. Can't relate. Arsenal won yesterday. Can't relate. Arsenal won yesterday. Haaland on the bench says, Patrick, they're going to benefit, I can tell. How are you going to... Guys, they're going to benefit, guys. Things happen. It's football. There's no VAR. Here comes Mujela on the left-hand side of the attack. I'm so scared with Siema and BC already having to be the ones that are picking up players, leaving the line. It's scaring me. Because once you can move your left and right backs, your center backs, if you can move them out of their positions, whether out wide or inside, that causes problems in behind. And what's funny is that there's a player who can tell you all about that on the pitch, Cardoso, because Cardoso was doing that CAF Chiefs towards the end. Yanali Tower. Cardoso would jump out and then Tower would be too slow to catch the next guy. So I'm not comfortable with them jumping out like that already. Suganje. We are celebrating his signing. Umntwana Bantu. Just now he has a fire celebration here that he's been doing his whole life. Now he has to do these things with you guys. Man. Good luck to Sekhukhune. We can't wait to see them in the finals, says Edward Kabuyelo. Hey, man. I want Sekhukhune to win against Pirates on Tuesday. Kinda they are playing against each other again. Guys, the Tuesday fixture 7:30. Sekhukhune is going to be back with Pirates again. Then there's still going to be the second leg. So, hey, wena. Ball played in there from the corner does go over. Sekhukhune unable to finish off that chance there. Wait, Upapi Segala. Upapi Zotwad, is he? Qu'est-ce Sekhukhune now? Wasn't he Richards Bay? I thought it was Richards Bay. No, Baba, this is Paris, not Chiefs. Wait and see. Okay, let's see. The celebration will work. Oh, he joined them. Heaven. Hey, Lungisani, welcome. The pressure is on Haaland, guys. The pressure is on Haaland. Kana limbitsang, mini Haaland. Okay, here we see Pirates there playing the ball up. Mukobodi dropping back in. That was another big thing that I wanted to see from Pirates, because usually the central play goes through CM. And in the first couple of games, they were struggling with the split. So you split, CBC goes one side, CM goes one side, and then you sort of play it up the wings, right? But they were a little bit uncomfortable, especially when not having a presence who can drop inside. Sort of like, if you remember Kutsie ko Sundowns, that's what he used to do. Drop in between the center backs, at least keep it as a 3, right? So Pirates are struggling a little bit with that, but I guess the blessing of Talentek having his operation and Dooley being injured might be that the new players don't know what old Pirates was, or old Pirates, or how Pirates used to build up, but it's a little bit easier to teach them to forget some of their habits that were built by the old coach or the old system. Maybe. But the Haaland from Temu, no celebration anytime soon. Baby Haaland Howard is older than the real Haaland. I care about a baby Kanto. It's like Casper saying Tyler's my father. Yes. Let them do what they do best, is meaning. I miss Eric Tinkler. Funny enough, Eric Tinkler went to Asante Kotoko. And what's interesting about Asante Kotoko is that their mascot is also a porcupine. So he traded teams, but he kept the same mascot to Ukosh Tinkler. Nakire, Bosiema and those guys, Shem. Kioli Coach Puti is having a very tough time over there. Ko Marumo Kalans. Okay, let me just do this so I can see the comments better. Okay, here comes Hoto. Oh, a police. Oh. That's a player. Oh, yeah. And Tito picked up an injury apparently during training, which is why you're also not seeing Tito in these games. But I wonder, Abu Dlamini Bagupi, guys. Abu Dlamini Bagupi. Kamos Sekhukhune, you can do it, says Downs Diva. Mara Masandawana, I thought you guys wanted Pirates to get through so that you guys can play in the final. I get literally a final, you can play in the final, you can handle your own business. That's what people have been saying. Now you guys want them to be knocked out. Oh, Shenko's still injured. Okay, Shenko's still injured. Me, I'm watching Springboks plus Pirates, says Jaden. Do SA teams have mascots? Oh, okay, wrong word. Let me say totem. Totem yanto. That's Sekhukhune ki porcupine, nele asante kotoko. No, Sipo, unfortunately, I cannot show you the match because of a little thing called copyright. And last I checked, Supersport paid Boma 2.09 billion to be able to show these games. I don't have that money and I don't want to have my account taken away from me. So, unfortunately, I can't show you, but you're probably going to be able to watch it on SABC Plus, the SABC Plus app, sabcsport.com. And then, of course, man patalama fees. When you pay the subscription, you can watch it on DSTV stream as well. But don't pirate. Oh, which one? SABC 1? Yeah. So there's lots of places, guys. There's lots of places. We don't care whom we play in the final, says Edward. Coach at Marumo is Ndondlo, not Puti. Ndondlo, guys. Pele has got all the experience from his Orlando Pirates days to coach that team. Lonto Danson is on the bench. Danson is on the bench. Pirates' bench has Dladla, Zulu, Rapo, Makaula Danson, Selepe, Khositsile, Msendami, and Baby Haaland. Oh, leave and go where? Where is Tito going? Asaz, maybe we'll get a midnight announcement. Maybe we'll get to know later on what's happening. But right now, Pirates on the attack on the left-hand side. Oh, Stasa Pirates, Lungu gets the ball there, tries to force it in. Ball played in. Apple is fighting there to get that ball back. Played back to Hoto on the left-hand side, who plays across in. Too far. Tito to Pyramids. Yo, Rulani and Tito. Do you guys think Tito would survive, Rulani? I'm just asking. Do you guys think Tito would survive go in a Rulani coach team? Love that boy. Morosh says no. Malumikusa says hi, Hoto, guys. Tlogelang Hoto, guys. Hoto ke Stasa Pirates. The most underrated player. Allegedly the highest paid, but still underrated. Okay, Mtiani. Okay. No, Kamabona Malumikusa Mtiani. Unstable coach, man, but he deserves peace. Ow. Mbutuma. So, Vele, we're going to watch Pirates wait until late again. Is this what's going to happen here? Because, like I always say, PSL teams only have 65 minutes. If you can get past 65 minutes, you can probably win the game. So, I don't know if this is Pirates' plan, but I'm not seeing that much here. Guys, Hoto doesn't give a flip, he will give you a bad cross. Is it true Tito is leaving? I don't know, Sekho, I don't know. Guys, please tap the screen. Remember, I'm looking for 25,000 likes. This is this BC I ordered. Roll it back. BC, Vala. Kana Sesane is over. Sesane Karoku guy. Sesan. Not Downs, you wait until full time. No, but I'm saying Pirates of late. Like, here's the struggle. Pirates usually scores late. I'm not going to act like it's something new. They just wait for you guys to get tired. They wait for you guys to lose concentration. And then they hit you counter at the last minute, which is where they score. Or when a team decides to be, they try to be extra. They try to be extra in terms of the game that they're playing, and then they get shown out. So that's the thing. Siwelele, there we go. Siwelele. We need VAR. Guys, can we be honest? How long are we going to speak about this VAR thing? We're not going to get it, guys. Like, we're not going to get it. And it's not because there's no money. It's not because the infrastructure doesn't exist. It's just that we're not going to get it. So, why do we keep speaking about it, guys? And VAR makes so many mistakes. I mean, if you watch the World Cup anyway. Smisi. Ball played in. Smisi with a free header. But he headers it over. We are 16 minutes in. It is still 0-0 right now. Money is not the issue, Bongs. Money. Money is the issue. Oh, the PSL can get money for VAR like this if they wanted to. Like this. Money. Oh, guys. Worst case scenario is one phone call to the foundation. But why would I spend that money if I don't run the people? That's the argument that the PSL is making most of the time. Why would I spend money when the rest fall under SAFA? I'd be doing them a favor, and we know what type of relationship they have, and SAFA saying the same thing. VAR messes with football tension that create rivalry and controversy. But VAR is also not perfect, guys. If you think corruption is a real thing, corruption is not going to stop with VAR, by the way. If you think corruption, if you believe corruption is the thing, what makes you believe that they would stop it? I'd be so angry if they paid for VAR given how much refs earn calling lower structures. You see, Kibabo Malume Kutoho refs. You're not even getting that money at the bottom. Even in CAF, there's no VAR and people are not complaining. Anyway, Pirates here on the attack. It looks like Mokobodi is really trying to play the balls in behind. And I don't know if Mbutuma is that type of striker. Mara, this is you can see Coach Kaiser's work. You can see Coach Kaiser's work, eh? 9 men behind the ball. Counter with 1. It's not gonna be a fun game. I'm surprised Mjela's on the left. I thought Mjela would be more central. If you're gonna play this football, play Mjela central, but then of course you still have to make space for Ndlovu up top. So I think that's maybe the issue. But it's everyone behind the ball. Kanala complain now when teams play low block. I was worried Ndlovu was going to bully Sbisi. No, Malumekut, it makes sense, but the thing is, you can't bully two. But to give credit to Sbisi, Sbisi has been way more mature in how he's been defending here. I mean, I was scared when they were going into the mid. When they were chasing the ball into the mid, that's what I was scared of. Heaven, yo, SABC commentator's not serious. What do you mean you're laughing every time Butuma holds the ball? Really, Kevin? Butuma should just become a winger. No, he's more of a target man. Like if you weren't playing the balls behind you, you're playing the balls to him, I think he'd be a little bit better. He likes that and the crosses. Yo, Aike. We need a 10 here. But to be fair, you haven't played 10 football. Like the ball hasn't gone through the 10. And Pirates, like I said, is trying to prioritize that thing. So somebody needs to come and collect the ball because Umtiane Fine is picking up the ball. But where's it going after that? Yo, Lungu. Yo! Ay. Let ends handle 10 ow. I was scared. I'm a fan of football, guys. I'm a fan of football. Oh, Ratile Jacobs. Now it looks like CBC is bullying him. Lungu. Butuma's a goalkeeper. Guys. Butuma. They got a lot of Butuma. Guys, do you know what's funny? Okay, so I had this conversation about Leon. Leon only does 2 or 3 things very well. The rest of the things he doesn't do. And even when you think about it, how many players in general in the league, how many of them can do everything? A midfielder that is completely complete. A defender that is completely, can play out from the back, can defend, is mean, is all of that stuff. How many strikers are heading and target manning and running in behind and doing all the stuff? These perfect players we think of don't exist. I genuinely believe Mbutuma is good. Manim Crosseli Paula. That's maybe it. And that's all he was good at, which is fine. You don't need to be good at 100 things. So if you're not going to do it, then what do we expect? You're a fan, not an analyst because you use emotions. Cash Papi, I'm not an analyst. I don't know. I mean, I've never. You guys say analyst, media, journalist. Me, I've never said that. Me, I've never said anything. So maybe it's right. Yeah, maybe I do use emotions. That's cool. You'll be a fan of football until Chiefs play Richards Bay on Wednesday. Leon is a striker. He wants to only do what he's paid for. He doesn't overwork. Butuma is the coach's news. Nfaka angithi uMakhupa nimfuni. uMakhupa win ama trophy animfuni. Butuma is part of the treble team. Played a lot of the games animfundi. Uzongena bani lapha? Baby Haaland abantu naye. Kumele angena enze something. I really thought Apolis would take this game over, hey? Like, you know, when Relay left, I'm thinking to myself, the players that need to put up their hand has to be Tito, has to be Apolis, because now they've got, Mujela? Offside. I really thought they'd be taking over the games and taking responsibility. I think Apolis is hiding a little bit in this game. And obviously, coach's discretion. The coach could have given him that instruction. Mara, I thought, man, especially now, Tito Ayeko, Intuana, I thought he was going to hurtman these kids, man. Or not kids, new players. Hey, let me not be rude. If Caruso wants to win everything this season, he must think he has a great attack, but he can't use it. I was just speaking with Caruso about timing. Maybe you don't play Leon the full game. You bring Leon in Nabobudi because you still have Reynas, by the way. Who's fit? Makhupa is the best guy we've ever... Oh, even De Jong, actually. Even De Jong. Can they show me a striker that OP signed and hit the ground running? Now my argument, Cindy, is do you need the striker to hit the ground running? Look, for me, I've said the same thing about Pirates. Pirates wingers score. Your wingers. They're the people who score. So you need somebody who's unselfish. Up top, who's going to be willing to play that ball and pass the guys who need to score. Apolisibana, Borile, Bosaleng, all of those guys. There's a reason why you guys got rid of Abo Lepasa, got rid of Abo Mabasa. That's how you score. You play it there. And most teams, you can't do both things. You can't ask the striker to score 25 goals and then also have a winger, your two wingers contributing 40 goals each. You can't. That's almost impossible. So you have to make a decision. Who do you play? Is Mbutuma there to pull the centre backs so that at the top of the box somebody can shoot? Or is he going to score and are you going to service him? Pela, sbugela bomremi. Ibaba kora. Hoto, shoot the ball. Heaven. Like, where was that pass to?
Awa guys, lang disappoint and le batho ba baholo.
Leon needs Mudiba. For those bashing Butuma, they need to show us. I'm just saying. Also, our league doesn't have perfect strikers. If you want to go with the striker analogy, maybe Pirates should sign Junior Dion. What are you guys gonna say? Maybe they should sign Junior Dion, top goal scorer last year. Maybe you should have signed Shalulile. Maybe you should have signed Krobler. But I'm sure people will say no. We're not saying he must create. Butuma is missing clear chance. No, Malume Kutso. I'm not taking him away. I'm not saying that Butuma is a bad player. Please. I'm not saying that Butuma is Jesus. He's a great player. Ow! Hydration break. What I'm saying is, where do the expectations come from? Where do the expectations come from? That's all I'm asking, right? That who are you measuring him against like that, even after a treble winning season, right? That's all I'm asking. Shalile is a normal number 9. He won't fit Orlando Pirates. Hydration. No. Look, Malume Kutz, I hear you. But also, we also used to joke about Reyners. Remember how we used to say Reyners needs 5 chances to score 2 goals? Or 1 goal. We speak about Tash every week. Ulion maybe has a better strike rate, maybe Sales. Salesh, right? But in terms of players, who are these players that are, every game you're scoring 1 or 2 goals? Yamistiwa ku PSL, ziyawa ku PSL. Yeah, Shatari adds, hydration break in Limpopo is mandatory, says Pastor John. What am I watching? Says Dooms, it's usually the fans. Now I believed in Butuma after missing chances throughout last season. And you all won the league. It's like when you speak about Makgopa. How many trophies does Makgopa have where he was playing? Went and got a bronze medal at AFCON, for example, and we still say, I'm not saying that they're good. I'm just saying that, there's many teams that would wish for a league title. If you have to play Makgopa to do it, where do you put Silva? Da Silva or Arona? I think Silva is a good finishing striker, but Lene is not going to get fed in the way that's going to... I don't think it's going to be used effectively, if that makes sense. I don't know that there's a team that really uses all of the players effectively in the PSL. I don't know. But there's teams that understand each other. So, you see where... Okay, no, Mtian, at least it's Kim Tian. Every football club needs a striker coach. Not even the football clubs. You need to get striker coaches from people when they're young, guys. Tina striker on God's grace. if you just so happen ukwazi ipali kancane, you are a very good striker. But there's a lot of things that go into that. Our wingers don't know how to cross. I mean, look at the crosses we've been getting today. Imagine you had somebody who can header the ball, and these are the crosses you are getting. Our players are shorter. There's a lot of places laba shorter corner. If we're being 100% honest. Seeing how they're playing now makes me appreciate Moremi more. Pirates thinks they need a striker coach, someone that's going to teach them how to take the shots. Benny coached Rashford and he was scoring so much at United. No, for sure. But if you speak to Coach Benny, he'll tell you that it wasn't necessarily him. He said, well, to me, he said it was mostly a confidence thing that he was working with Rashford on. Like, yeah, there were some things that he needed to clean up, but for the most part, it was confidence. It was some of the positioning, but it wasn't teaching him how to be a striker. Aiwena. Paris plays good football. Only we could use our chances. How Orlando Champions playing today? I just tuned in. No, it's a steady performance. Sekhukhune is not as adventurous. Pirates is going to hold the ball and play, and they're going to be the guys who have to push in this game. But 30 minutes in, it is 0-0. Off the top of my head, I can't think of chances. Really. They need set pieces coach. Striker coach is really needed at all cost. Oh, Mahlodi, I'm back, Mahlodi. Masilela has been hiding. Gabriel Dlamini must come back soon. You need a 10. I'm going to ask you guys, do you play 10 football, guys? Do you play 10 football? And what does that look like? And the loten mfuna kumele enzeni grounding. If you already have Apolis, I could argue Apolis is one of the best passers we have in SA in terms of pure passing. Abomtiamtian is doing well in CDM. Nalume Kutso, I give you credit, you did say. Mokobodi, they're both dropping back in. Even without them, Abo Talent, you don't give them the ball. Abo Tito, don't get the ball really in the 10 like that. So what is this 10 football that we're pushing? Anyway, here comes the free kick here by Apoli straight to the goalkeeper. Soft free kick. Lalela Siema is winning defender of the season again. Nganchela sindingo Siema mina. Nganchela. Anyway, guys, we are heading, as we head closer to halftime, remember, halftime, I'm going to let 5 people in and we're going to have a discussion. I'm still looking for 25,000 likes. Then in the second half, you won't just have to listen to my voice because I allow people in and we have discussions. But as of right now, 1 shot on target, and that was the shot on target. In this whole game, that was the shot on target. Love to see Sekhukhune and Sundowns final. What is 10 football? That's what I'm asking, Stereophonic. Do you want your 10 to be the focal point of your attack? How are you getting the ball to your 10? Is your 10 meant to be a central player that sprays the ball? What is the football when we say 10? When Bata is fit, we play horizontally. Even last season, Mfukeng and Apolis did it. Excuse me. Yeah, but that was due to Siema, who used to push all the way vertically to the halfway line and then feed the midfielder. Right? So that's why when I was speaking about it earlier, now Siema and BC take up wider roles, and it seems like Udaideng wants to go up the sides. Uwadu wants to go up the sides. So, and now I've always said, Pirates, the center backs are your playmakers. Da, Sesane, Siema, those are your playmakers. Right? But Usiema is now being asked to stay a little bit back. So I think that's why the ball is struggling to get there. And I guess the hope was also that a Danson and Dooley or somebody like that could step in, Mbata could step in and carry the ball a bit more. But right now, like, look at this right now. Look at where the ball's going to go. right? Gonna play it out to Siema. Is he gonna drive like he normally does? There's the long ball, crossfield ball. So that's why this Pirates play is not necessarily a play for 10s. And you could argue that most of the time Pirates wasn't playing to try get the ball to a 10 to go play the ball up. Abombogazi used to play a long ball. I always used to get flack because you guys said it didn't happen, but used to play the long ball across. Nda and Sesane used to play it the other way. Actually, if you watch, Mjela, oh, Mjela, pasa polo, Mjela Ndlovu's right there. In fact, if you watch the Siwelele game, I think it was one of the first games of the season where Sesane played the ball through to Pule. That's the play that Pirates is used to. Our police is seeing flames. When Bata is fit, we play horizontally. I've been his #1 fan from his trailing days. As was Buthelezi, not a Pirates. Yeah, he was the Pirates goalkeeper. Does Osborne recent form concern you? A little bit. It was a 2v1. No. When he got the ball, Ndlovu was making a run behind him. So he turned and faced the Sekhukhune goal. That's when Ndlovu was asking for the ball. He decided to go back to the 2v1. That's why Ndlovu was complaining that, oh, my guy, you're trying to beat two defenders instead of just playing it back to me so I can take a shot. Even Pedersen won't be effective in this style of football we're playing, especially without Tito. Hey, I don't know, guys. I don't know, man. Yazi, I ordered food such a long time ago, and ukudla kwami akuzi. Free kick, Pirates. What is compensating from Fukeng? We lack ball creativity in the final third. For sure, but you weren't playing ball creativity through, you know what? Before. This ground is too small. We need a 10, seriously, says Daniel. What type of striker is Pedersen? I didn't watch those YouTube highlights. I wanna judge him when he's on the pitch. I don't want to judge him from what I saw elsewhere. Here comes a free kick here from Orlando Pirates on the right-hand side of their attack. Hoto takes it. Ooh, save. Save, Buthelezi. Apparently he's a finisher. Apparently he's a tap-in merchant. I guess that's the second shot on target for the game. Oh, guys, tap on screen. Guys, tap on screen. Please tap the screen, tap the screen. I said, believe. Heaven. See what YouTube is saying? We've been made to understand that it's wrong to loan a player and allow the player to play against you. Kana, Sekhukhune, who's the player that's locked? Who's the player that can't play against the home team who's on loan from Pirates? Kana Kimang. And like, what a conversation. Kana Kimang, who's the player? I can see today you're on that Julius. Gafiwa. I know it's juice, ne? But you know what I always say.
Otakula, mudimu uentse metsi. Inwa metsi utakula, pilu itla tutumela. Otakula.
Pilu itla tutumela. Oh. Look at Siema having to go out. Guys, there's a problem when your center backs have to go meet the danger. and are not staying on the last line. Look at how it progresses. Ball in. You see 31. Mokwena. Yeah. Mashilwane, ne? Ah, there we go, Mashilwane. Butelezi is showing off. You sometimes forget that Siema plays alone at times. For sure. Yes, Peto. Mashilwane. I was just bringing it up to say, okay, are we all fine with it now? That a lone player cannot play against the parent club? It can be done. Is it okay? Are we fine with it? Just asking for a friend. Oh, it's my phone. Thierry Mokobore not protecting our centre backs. We need Makaula. That's the guys. When I speak about the Makaula role, you see what I'm saying about Siema. By the way, just before I get there, you see what I'm saying about Siema? That was your play. He's defaulting back to factory settings. That was the play. That was how the ball was getting up. It wasn't getting built through your two midfielders. It wasn't going through the stuff. It was Siema standing on the halfway line, making the only time he played horizontal, making horizontal passes to the people that are there. In terms of building through the midfield and doing all of that stuff, that was not happening, Go Pirates. So I don't know if it's pure 10 play. I don't know when last we saw pure 10 play in the PSL. Like pure 10. I don't know. Zwane used to come from the left-hand side. Relay used to look a bit stronger coming off the left-hand side. In terms of a player that just stays in the 10 and plays it, I don't know. Maybe you guys can remind me. But here comes a free kick here from Sekhukhune, 42 minutes in. Nazo, Longo, oh. Was Apolis going to be offside there? Can you see the replay? That would have been the weirdest run to make. Oh, Paulos Mase! Guys, lamtsiba Paulos Mase. Matuke. Lamtsiba Paulos Mase. All-Stars. Striker, come defender. Come player coach, come coach. Paulos. Kala, did Paulos Mase play for Pirates? Oh, there's the goal. Oh, what a goal. Otto. Yes, sis. You.
Ha, na akong lingayin ko siyang.
You. What a goal. Yar. Ha.
Ewen, ungasipapheli man. Ibhakabhaka alifuna ifavor yakho ukuthi luwine.
Yo, Otto put everything. He put everything into that shot. Lekai mo pagania.
Khona le batho ke ba paganika. Wena go shota ka wena.
Nna ke ba ile ka go ba le Pirates.
Okay, go shapre. Rona re le paganika. Nna le tshomi yaka re le paganika.
Ah, Nico Abatu was you're so close, Nico Mobi. You're so close. This close. Hey, Hoto Arebutelezi, I know you. Should have started dancing Makaula what is high. Yeah, he did play Nemasei. Yes, he did play. This was a big field. Even Sekhukhune would benefit from the counter because now they can't do that, says Buja. My TV's behind, says Ntabi. Are we sure it's 35? In Namibia, I don't know. He played for Naboma Pena. Great run from Hoto. Great touch from Lungu. That was a great layoff from Lungu there. Sekhukhune will be back. Hoto's very strong. Okay, we end the match here. See, there's a second half. Masay played for Pirates, Free State Stars, and Sundowns. Yeah, no, Paulos. Paulos Masay. 2000, do you know who Paulos Masay is? Do you know who Papi Zotwane is? The guys who are sitting on the bench there. Do you know who they are? What it looks alive, remember Sekhukhune? Yeah, it is. It is. Was it a word? Was it straight down the middle? See? I just said what Pirates used to do. And also, if you look at where that goal comes from, where does it come from? Second half, we'll see us Kodini. No, Korani too. Wow. Why ngafuna ukori too? Yeah? Korani too, guys. Here we go. Here we go. Hey, wena. Hey, wena. Smellebizi. Califan calls himself Smellebizi. I'm sure he's busy saying Smellebizi right now. Okay, so 3 minutes to be added on. He captained Free State Stars when they won the Nedbank. Yes. You guys are exposing. No, word. The argument was not whether it's build-up play. The argument was how. So I explained that usually Pirates' play has been predicated on the center backs being the people that get the ball up. That's what I'm saying, right? So if you're asking for 10 football, it's not necessarily the type of build-up that you guys would do. The build-up would come from a Siema running to the halfway line, or Nda playing a long ball diagonally to Aborile, or what's his name? TLB playing the ball to the other side. That was your play. In fact, the few times where you've had midfielder gets the ball, turns and plays it up was a couple of months when Dondo did it. All right. I'm not talking, I'm just speaking about the how. Technically, any goal is a build-up play. Technically. We can touch the ball 25 times, play a long ball, and then you score. That could be termed as build-up play. You can play the ball 2 or 3 touches and get it through and score. That could be build-up play. Minankulu no, these guys are doing whatever. I'm just saying that. Anyway, halftime. Feel free to request. And let's have a chat, even on this. But halftime, I'm going to ask you guys, please. We're going to speak about the game. But then, second half, I'm going to keep it open since we've passed the 25K mark. And then we can jump in and have a conversation. So, guys, feel free to request. Ew, I hope it's not doing what it was doing last time. Dr. Pep.
It's Mr. Mokwena, Grand Sharp.
Man, Kimnat. Dr. Pep, tell me about this first half.
Hey, me bra. Hey, they try to do on set pieces, ne. Wakitsi Matata, every striker they need a striker coach. In fact, the whole PSL teams, they need striker coaches so that they were able to learn how to score goals. Most of the goals, it comes from left backs, right backs, wingers, attacking midfielders, not from the striker. So I think that is what the thing is. He wants, or what do they want? He wants speedy players. Okay. That's the thing. But when you learn from tactically, you have to learn everything from build up until the finishing product. Wabon. So that's how I saw.
Is there something wrong with playing that way?
No, there's nothing wrong there. I get it wrong there. The first thing you need to do as a striker, you need to learn how to find a target, finish them. Make khona ithuba nje bakunikile. Sebenzisa, shaya nje finish usuqedile nje. Simple and straightforward.
Okay.
Danke la.
Ngzobuya. Agent.
Afternoon, OT. Afternoon.
How are you, my brother?
Man United. But anyways, let's come to real issues here, not jokes.
Anyway, do you know Solis? Anyway, sorry.
OT, let's start here. You know, the first point that I wanted to make, he's been diluted by something because it is bound to be misinterpreted. I'm not blaming Buthelezi for the goal. He couldn't do anything to stop the goal. But he's a poor keeper. He's still missing a lot of fundamentals. Like, I see why Pirates had to let him go, you know. I'm not comfortable when I see the ball going to him. Whether it's on air or it's on the ground, I feel very shaky. So I don't know if he'll ever improve, right? And then moving from Buthelezi going down to Mujela. You see this thing of staying too much on TikTok, you end up believing the things that you hear. You're the boogeyman for Pirates, you know, you always cause Pirates problems. So you end up believing it and you want to prove it, you know. Sometimes just lay it off, you know. You don't have to be selfish, just lay it off, and then someone finishes, the team celebrates. You get your assist, you know. So I think he's selfish today, you know.
He's
forcing it, yes. I think that's the word that I was looking for. He's forcing it today, you know. And I think that is to the detriment of the team, you know. And then Brian Ndlovu today, he's playing like a defender. Today. And he's marked by clever defenders, you know. Because CBC, what he realizes, come across his body, any touch that you feel, go down.
Forward, yeah.
Because physically, you can't match him. You know, so I think those are my analysis from Sekhukhune side. On the Pirates side, a quiet game from Apolis. I think he's dropping too deep. He's getting too much into the center. Maybe that's why you need a Tito so that it doesn't have to come inside. You know, I was reading a comment by Ibuti Kuso that they're not feeding him the ball. Maybe that's why he's coming to the midfield to try and get it. I don't know. But for me, I see that he's dropping too deep into the midfield. Or maybe it's because he's midfield of the season. But anyways, yeah, I think there's not much. And then Ulungu, he lucky man. He's a lucky boy. You know, the game that they won is the last game where he scored. He had a poor game, but he scored. This game also, I was thinking, is he having a poor game? But there you go. There's an assist.
Is that different to some of the other players that have passed through?
Maybe it's the chemical engineering part of it, you know. But anyways, it is what it is, OT. I'll leave it there. Thank you.
Pastor John.
Hey, Deacon George, my landlord, international broadcaster.
Yes, no, you know, official World Cup broadcaster. Pastor John, Rinka this game.
Sometimes I ask myself with Adeslam Wadu, what are you fixing which is not broken? I mean, fine, it's evident Tito is not there. So, like, trying to get something from the center is not working, particularly when Sekhukhune is just flooding that, literally just flooding that central area. So you do what you do best. Hit them long or hit them wide. And that's how you got to the goal. So it's I don't want to say it's standard procedure because then some players have been, you know, off. But to me, it's standard. Hence my prediction I said earlier, they're probably going to win 2-0 and, you know, go to Escotini happy.
What does that say about Sekhukhune?
Kind of worrying. It's just the English bundles have disappeared. But like, if there's no risk, there's no glory. So if you're all men on the ball, what is your plan when you counter? And whenever you get chances like that, especially the one with Mujela, so it says what it says about Sekhukhune is that they were looking to play for the draw and force a situation where they go to the final either on penalties or Kaka away goal. So that's what I see.
Okay. Malama Kutso.
OT! George Mokwena. The multi-award-winning George Mokwena. The multi-talented. How are you, George?
No, like Mnate, man. I've got the weekend off.
Yeah. Extended leave for Nina. Look, can I just also chip in, Ganglan, and say, in as much as, yes, we used a lot of long balls, I don't think in midfield need to be absent in that. And the stats will show in terms of the number of assists our centre backs and our goalkeepers have vis-a-vis our midfielders. It means it was not necessarily strikers scoring on the second ball or straight from the defense, but that long ball would then be joined or intertwined with that 10 play from Morilin or Apolis. So the two systems are not mutually exclusive. They existed together.
Yeah.
And then when it comes to Mbutuma, we're not saying he must make different movements. He's moving properly. We're not saying he must turn the defender. We're not saying he must start scoring the scissors kick. We're saying whatever you're getting, just put that in the back of the net. Whatever you are getting, just put half of it in the net. Not all of it, just half of it. Because me not telling him protect, but these days, I'm like, Mbutuma, it doesn't make sense with the other guys. I don't know how the other guys feel when they're looking at you and they're like, coach, come on now. The man is missing clear-cut chance, but it's okay. He's our player. And then with the complexion game, I was worried with regards to Undlov. I thought Undlov was going to bully us. I did say to agent that I want Uspisi to bring it today. I want Uspisi to bring that aura, that execution, motivate Umbogas, inspire Umbogas. I want him to bring that fight because when you look at Brighton, the thighs, OT, the body size, is just too much for one defender, and I was not sure what can Usiema control. So I was like, Spisi, who was on manage Umchita, we need you at the top of your game, Vandag. So I'm happy with what Uspisi has been doing over Manje, and then Umtian is doing something I only see from Murotri. Relax. He is one of the few CDMs ezikwazi ibola outside of the two center backs. He's one of the few CDMs who can ask for the ball outside of the center circle and open wide. I like that.
Do you think that's what Wadu wants to do?
And I'm not sure if that's what Wadu wants to do because I haven't seen other midfielders do it. I'm happy with Umkobo also assists with if Usiema is asking for the ball in the middle, Usbisi is asking the ball on the left, and then Umtiane goes to ask for the ball on the right, then we can have Umkobo in the middle. It means you've got options. You understand? Unlike the other two brothers, Umbata no Makaula, bazingeni lezo. And when they're like, hey baba, long, I see it's safe, but I like how Ulona create my options ngakhona Umkobodi no Mtiana to say okay asivuleleni ibhola bafethu, we don't have to lose it siloke silahlela phambili so lahlela phambili after. So from that front ke happy OT Sekhukhune has offered nothing.
Okay. Guys, we are heading back to the second half, but let me ask for predictions. Dr. Pep, prediction?
Why it's Pirates, they're gonna win 3-0 against Sekhukhune.
No,
not gonna come back.
Okay, agent, prediction?
My English is very proper OTA. That was the reason why I was putting a disclaimer before. Because I knew that was going to happen. But it's fine. 2-1 Pirates. 2-1.
Okay.
2-1.
Pastor John?
No. The score will be 2-0. I don't see a goal from Sekhukhune today, no.
Evan. Malolo Kutso?
OT, I'm seeing, I thought it was going to be 2-1, but it looks like the one is going to be added to the Pirates collection as well. 3-0. 3-0, OT, 3-0. Because agent mentioned something. Lung is going to score. Lung is going to score. We don't know how. Just like how Bele came in, bekashaya ngekhanda chase ngayo yonke into silibona selisenethile ukuthi awu right now lo muthi uhleli kulungu lo wenhlanhla, so Lungu is going to score, so 3.
Can I ask you before you go, if we can acknowledge, I don't want to speak there, but if we can acknowledge that, sometimes there's players who Pirates that are touched by an angel, man. Is that a wrong thing that you must fix? Or is it like, you know what, this is just how we play?
OT, I feel like even if the other players were performing, I feel like even the Paris management will tell you, Mbana, he's on a run. Just don't tamper with it. But right now, he's on a run. Until the wheels fall off. Noma ningafika niperforme kahle, niphase kahle le bola, bathi lo ngakwazi ukuphasa lo. Yabona meke wachayisa yenzana ngene nethini. Asini ngaye bafethu. And I'm ngiyayisupport. Sichubekeni ngolungu bafethu. Thank you.
Thank you. Guys. No, but guys, let's be honest. The reason why I'm asking is that you can criticize it, but if that's just what Pirates does, if Muremi arrives at Pirates and you might not get the ball into a certain area, you might not be doing as Jigele, I'll fage top corner or Roos Bele. Is that such a bad thing? Could we call it the identity that Pirates uses? That's what I'm asking. Okay, it seems like Ulungu right now is the guy for Pirates. Okoran is the guy. No matter what happens, if you need a goal, something happens. It was Urile, Gondula, Bo Police, Nabo Muremi, Nabo Hoto. Hoto is usually one that does that, right? Is that just not the identity? In terms of the play, guys, that's why I guess the question I was asking as we head into the second half was, what do we mean when we say 10? So we're speaking about this game and you're saying Pirates needs a 10. What does that mean? Like, what does that look like? Because in SA, when we think about it, and maybe I'm wrong, please correct me if I'm wrong. Who have we seen that plays the pure 10? And I mean, you're central all the time. It runs through you. There's a certain place, because Nozwani, it used to go Kutsie, Mudiba, Kutsie, Mudiba, Alende, then he'd get it offloaded close to the final third. It wasn't necessarily that he's coming in and getting that ball and he's being a chavi and he's controlling that game. I'd argue relay is similar in that, what I was saying about the build-up was, it's a long ball, it drops, they play, they score. It's not necessarily coming from the center, the way we're saying it, right? So for example, let me use an example. Who's a player that's close to, who's a 10, a traditional 10, maybe like an Ozil, where everything runs through him and stuff like that. That's what I'm asking. Because again, what type of 10 are we speaking about? And this is a conversation we've had on my show before, that maybe Itenye is a false winger that can come inside in the final third. Maybe that's what it is. Uzwan, if you remember, is Sundowns. Sundowns used to play with a false wing. Oh, I'm still talking. It started. Sundowns used to play with a false wing. on the left-hand side and it come in, umshishi, right? So that's what I'm asking. Hey, sorry guys, I just need to start this. But anyway, the second half is on. I'm going to start the clock now properly. Okay. There we go. Remember, Relay was playing better 10. Okay. We'll reserve it for another day. We'll reserve the conversation for another day. But guys, feel free to request. Miss N, the people that requested, guys, feel free to request. It is open. Jump in. Tell me what you think. Whether it is about the match, whether it is about who we're speaking about, all of that. It doesn't matter. We want someone who will create chances. No, but it does matter. And the reason why it matters is creating chances is not the conversation I'm having now. I think sometimes we misrepresent our players, and some of the strengths that they have, we kind of put them to the side. So that's why I'm saying that when we speak about this thing, we haven't had the conversation about what is a real 10, what is a half 10, what is a winger that does this. She used to move from this area to that area. He used to do that. We just say words, if that makes sense. That's what I'm saying. Like, how do we want them to play, and how is Pirates set up to play that football? If that makes sense. So if our 10 means that, no, I'll tinti pola. You don't, wabona between the halfway line and the circle, I'll tinti pola, you touch it in the final third, right? That's cool. Ay, our ball is wide. That's what I'm saying, that the how maybe allows you to find other players that are alike, if that makes sense. Please, Evan. Anyway, Oswald, a little bit wide there. Guys, feel free to request. It is open, by the way. Second half has started. Here comes Pirates. Now, this is where it's going to be frustrating. Sekhukhune is probably going to play a little bit harder for the next 18 minutes. Maziti 65. Oh, the wheels could come off. I don't know if Coach Kaizer is ready and has told them that, guys, don't lose your concentration too abruptly. Stay in the game. You still have a second leg. If you can leave this at 1-0, you can leave this at 1-0. Actually, let me ask you guys, if you are Coach Kaizer right now, Cedric Kaizer, what are you telling your team? Is there a 1-0 that's honorable, where you guys lose 1-0, you regroup, you try and do something as Kodini? Or is it a case where you go all out now and try and get something? And this is something in South African football that has been a very big problem with our coaches, that 1-0 defender, abanye don't know when to go forward or go backwards. So what would you guys tell Coach Kaizer to say? I'm waiting for Pirates to bring on the AI-generated players. Zulu. No, today is not bad. Msendami, we know. Khotsitsile is one of the AIs, but he did well in his first games. Zulu. Yeah, the others, you see, the bench today is not AI. There was a time where Pirates looked like it was AI. Especially after coming from Borile. Dancing, of course, on the pitch now. Ozzy. Offside. Oswin Apolis offside there, as they tried to play him through. Guys, can I ask, who's Velase, bengicela unginikeza imali ukuthi ngithenga ama rights. I wonder if you can come up with 2 million. I can buy some rights, sifaka ama highlights at least. But for now, it's copyright infringement, unfortunately. And Supersport is very strict now. Kataba ya piracy. So unfortunately, I can't do that. Ank, which EPL team do you follow? I'm an Arsenal fan. Arsenal fan through and through. 50 minutes in, it is 1-0. Pirates is leading Sekhukhune. Let's see who's here. Prati.
Bra Utizo.
Prati,
Bra Uti. kana ha re le mo tlase re le bana kaofela go na le ngwana o wa nola o dirisa ditlhare wa go phela gatella ba bangwe ka ditlhare tsa gago
jwang prati
ke nnete bra OT batho ba ba re gatella ka ditlhare o bona re jwa ke bo team tse di sereng sepe ya ka mo golden arrows so ha di a kopana le pirates di palwa ke pirates because o ditlhare tsa bone di strong bra OT
mara wa bona ba salati tsa bona ge
nna ke batla e be febra OT rotlhe re ska dirisa ditlhare re bone gore mang ke mang tshwanetse re kwale FIFA di tsa ko FIFA World Cup tse wa bona tsa gore re palelwa ke go wina FIFA World Cup ha re ba fitlha kwa boa police kwa ba fitlha ba palela because ditlhare a di bereke ka go di bereka teng ya la ka so tabe ya ditlhare mo football e bra OT e tshwanetse e fela
mara prati
re lapile ke team e wana go wina
prati no
ke gone bra OT ke re lapile ke team e wane go wina di MTN 85 in a row ka ditlhare bra OT o tshwanetse go nne le change go nne le spice nyana mo le go tsene bo Sekhukhune re bone ba wina re bo golden arrows ba wina ya no team e wane o batla go ntha gore e tla go wina MTN 85 times in a row
mara nna ke
le gone bra OT
prati ke batla tse if o re ke ditlhare why o sa ile o reka ditlhare tsa hao tsa molata tsa hao
bra OT ditlhare mo bolong nna ke batla e be fe bra OT seo sa go di gaseriti sa rona ganela re shebelelwa ke team sa go ntle kwa
ai fe if wa tseba gore go na le ditlhare why o sa lata ditlhare tsa hao tsa molata tsa hao
wa bra OT
no motho le wena o tla go winisa
tabe ya ditlhare bra OT tshwanetse fele mo leking ya rona re bone gore mang ke mang go tabogiwe ba re se gore gatella ka ditlhare re tlhola re bona di-playera di bua fela o ipotsa ga di tshameka le bo pirates o simolola o bona diphoso tse di dirwa ke bo obete bo pirates ba go ina le ke ipotsa gore go diragala mo pirates ba kgona go kora bo 7 against TS Galaxy mara bo TS Galaxy ba go tshameka le bo Sundowns ba fetoga go nna bo Man City
mara prati on a serious note ke top 8 in mara Sekhukhune ke ye I offer next what does that say about the level of football ya rona
mara OT re lo nka di player di Pirates le ma Sundowns ba nka di player ka o pero ke maloba
guys please mute when you come in please mute when you come in prati
ke bothata ba le ke ya rona a kry-a no di-player I think di-team tsa rona bo scouta bra OT ke bothata man I don't think go na le plan di-team tsa rona di no ha di utlwisa botlhoko bra OT go tlhola re bona team e one Sundowns Pirates or Chiefs re tlhoka team like go polala bohelwane re lebelela le ke ya ka no gona le di-team tse di tshwanang le bo Jomo Cosmos bra OT bo Platinum Stars ba ne batla mo leking batla go fa Pirates challenge but for now ba ba gaetso se shone le ke ya rona go feletsa nna e nna boshula because of re tla be re lebelela Pirates Sundowns MTN 8 kana MTN 8 ke chance ya gore amazulu bo golden arrows ba ipontshe bra OT mara no yana go setse go nna yana icon ga pala bra OT
for time I want to jump in my pleasure
OT
tell me about this game welcome Wonan
like I mainly want to focus on your question on like for about the Cedric Kaizer issue with the like in coaching Sekhukhune. Like man, like I was thinking to myself, this thing of like I'm not okay out of respect, like the small teams, like they sort of have an issue where when they change the coach, like hard for to develop, like hard for them to know what, like to learn what the coach wants and how he wants them to play. Like when a Sinclair was there, I feel like the Sekhukhune was on a right, but now, no, I'm not sure, but the majority of the teams, when they change the coach for them to fully like develop on or know what the coach what we wants to play like in time. So I wanna know, how do you feel about that?
Look, I think one of the big issues is that the teams don't have identities of their own to begin with. So even when you're choosing a coach, it's a bit tough because I think in South Africa, a lot of the time, we ask the coaches to be the coach and the philosopher and the CEO and the vision and make transfers and make the changes. And we put all of that on the coaches instead of asking, if you're going to Cedric Hayes from Eric Tinkler, from Siema, what exactly is the vision behind what you're trying to do, right? And I think for me, that's the thing that really does get most teams, because honestly, if you want to play tiki-taka, or your team has decided your team is playing tiki-taka, it shouldn't be hard to find a tiki-taka coach, because at least now you can narrow it down. But I think our teams tend to just look for miracles from people. So I must be a miracle coach who can turn a team around and teach players and also work with a small budget and do this and do that and do that, 100 different things. And if I don't do any of those things or I lose my job immediately. So I guess from my side, that's the thing. I don't think the teams are necessarily looking for, I saw the word here, tactical continuity. I don't think they're looking for it because you have to ask, what are the tactics that you are coming into this conversation with in the first place? What does your team want to play? If that makes sense.
That's true. Yeah, that makes total sense, because even now, like when those teams, they tend to have this thing where, they'll have a game plan, but it's like that's the only game plan. Once they go 1-0 down, it's like they don't know what to do. They'll be panicking. So yeah, true on that. Yeah, you're very right on that. They don't have that thing to say. They wanna continue on that.
Before I let you go, score prediction.
It might go to 2-0, to be honest, because I'm not seeing any differences from the first half of Sekhukhune.
Okay, no, my blesser, thank you. Before I let in Fezile, somebody called me Ankh. Guys, are my grays showing? Is that what's happening? My gray has, milling your tire. Must I need the Ankh? Hey, that word is strong. As we saw a shot there by Sekhukhune a couple of minutes ago that bobbled, and he was just able to get his hands on the ball chain there. We're seeing a long throw here from Sekhukhune. Let's see what they can do on that side. Yo, Katsofala. Fezile.
Good day, Uncle T. How are you, Uncle T?
Hey, Fezile, 58 minutes in, it's 1-0. What are you seeing? Hey, man.
It's another typical big team playing what we refer to as small team in South African football, man. Nothing much they will offer from Sekhukhune, man. A glimpse here and there, like that shot we witnessed from their right winger there. But other than that, man, it's nothing, man. And one thing I can say, they should kiss Cardoso's boots today. He has stopped some very, very crucial passes. I think Pirates could have been like 3 up, if not 4 up right now, if some of those passes went through him. He's the one thing that is keeping them in the game. But other than that, man, I see
but
2-0, man.
What does it say to our? Because not only is this the top 8, this is the semi-final of the top 8.
Yeah, man. I think at the one thing I would say with South Africa and I'm a small team, which plays, in my opinion, I would say a big factor is financial muscle, man. You see, if you do not have the means to implement whatever you want, man, it's very, very hard for you to even think or dream about doing something if you don't have the means. Dreams will always be dreams unless you are able to implement them. Even if Sekhukhune wants to play a certain type of football with certain type of players, with a certain type of coach, if they do not afford all that, coaches 6 months, in a 1-year contract, because to be quite honest, by afford time.
My revision, I'm not asking you to be Pirates and Sundowns. At least, man, hold your own. Number 4, I'm not asking you to go sign Ribeiro or Salesh for 60 million. Mara kona la mablonga walanda man for the philosophy yako maybe. Kancane.
Uzowalanda for 6 months ifike iPirates ilithathe.
Mara ngithi nawe uyamthengisa. Uyavuma ukuthi iPirates imthatha kisho.
Yeah, but so it's the PSL. It's the PSL. It happens. It's not only Sekhukhune. Uzobana liplay lishisayo. Nabo umthiyane bahambile nabo Zulu baku Pirates bonke. All these players were doing something for their teams and their teams lost them either way. Yabo. Whatever man ozoyithola, you'll take it uyifake towards maintaining a club. Very little goes to investing for the future. And that's the truth.
Mara na imali ye CAF ikhona. Ungathi confet nyana Motsepe aphile. If you can take a hit now, maybe you can get something later.
It's hard,
part
man.
Of the give and take, man. Why are we treating these teams like they're not real teams? We treated them ngathi man, it's a Sunday league nyana nje.
That's the truth, man. I almost said it. But yeah, man, that's the truth, man. So abona la team as abo Polokwane City, abo coach Mokgafe bahambile, they were doing wonders. That relationship is gone now. Sasbona abo Marumo Gallants with dance for a period, dance left. So these teams pop up here and there. Yabo, and these things are corner. I don't know. Mina, my thing is just kuti finche ngaba nemali. Not like Motsepe money, obviously, but man.
There's teams with a lot of money, though. There's teams with a lot of money. Stellenbosch technically has the most money in the league.
In the country, yeah.
In the country. Amazulu is owned by a man who owns sections of an airport that they just bought. I don't want to speak too much about the other owners, Mara. They've got money.
We had Abo Baroka FC with the Bakwening, whatever, from Northwest and all those teams. We have those teams, but the issue is good. Not everyone is a Motsepe who'll be like 900 million a year, a team. Those guys, as I mentioned, they have the money, but it's not like Motsepe or my money is for making football beautiful. I want to see beautiful football. They still view it from a business point of view. They still view it as a loss and loss and whatever, like gain, loss and gain. Motsepe is like 100 million in Sundowns. It comes back, it does not come back. He doesn't give a damn. For them, 10 million, yo, send 10 million. Not everyone is a Motsepe. That's even the Stellenbosch mafia.
But then can I challenge you to say, surely if money is the problem, you wouldn't be signing random players every year. It would make you focus even more. That if I've only got 10 rand, I need to buy Le Cinque's right. And I need to make sure that in that little thing, I'm not bringing Mujel and Jay. I'm just using his name. I'm not bringing Zbanban in Jay. I'm making sure that we're making it stretch. Because sometimes it feels random.
Yeah, it does feel random. I think any intention about when it came to what is this tactical vision and all those things. Sometimes I think these players sign players because of Ikama. Like Umujere, he has the capability of doing something. They do not necessarily go out of the way in finding those type of players they can use. But time you touch a player, you tell the seventh avocados, oh, we defend the right, Agaza Zodlalela. Uzwan Kamga Chiefs, Ugo Agaze. They take those type of players which have been proven somewhere else or even failed somewhere else, Babatate, and think they can do wonders on their own team. They do not go out of the way and sourcing their own players. Abazofike Baba Sebenzeli. Yeah, that's the issue. Yeah,
for time, score prediction.
Yeah. 2-0 Pirates. 2-0. Okay. Yeah, siyabona uHaaland ngibone ngathi uyasukuma ebenchini kodwa ngambona ngeke. Sekakhona yazi dstv in Kenya kuyibuka ku laptop. Uthi sibuka uHaaland. Thank you Uncle OT. Siyabonga Uncle.
Hey Pirates fans, let's go. Say it with me. Poo poo.
Ooh. Yimuthi Thomas wangaye mabenza lezi zinto lezi ngiyayimela mina ngenza lezi zinto lezi.
Guys, it is 65 minutes in. It is still 1-0. Sekhukhune has looked a little bit more lively. They have been pushing forward a bit, trying to put that defense under pressure. But hey, they're lacking, man. They just don't have it. But guys, let's go in the comments. Boo, boo, ooh. Montana.
Hey, OT, how's it?
Magimnandi. Montana 1-0, 65 minutes. What do you think of this game?
This is what we expected, man. There's nothing out of ordinary that we've seen. I expected Paris to win. It's been like that. The South African teams, they lack consistency. The hands have been saying, but this MTN8 should be strapped. We should have at least 3 competitive cup. We calling Ilanduki Nedbank in a league because Khanye should be just those small teams just to raise money for them. Chiefs and Pirates.
We must have a bottom 8.
Bottom 8 for just to make money. These small teams. It doesn't benefit the team. Not gonna be wins by something.
Yeah, but now, why do you sound like you're far away? It sounds like you're far away. Montana le mic yakho.
Hayi man, ispeaker sama ndisebenza kwi-construction kothi ngokuyathi ngene idust yebo.
Okay, masakuzwa manje. Now siyakuzwa.
Uyandiva, okay. So, and another thing, OT, you can't expect as team to maintain the kind of football that people want to see. You can't expect a philosophy because in 6 months' time, 2 players are gonna be gone. You've got a team that have no depth, and philosophy, you need the quality. You can't have we saw bafana. You can't expect some kind of players to keep the ball because of they lack some certain quality in their football, and you can't teach a 25-year-old, 26-year-old how to hold the ball, how to stand in football. We saw World Cup, and I don't want to go there, but some certain football you need some quality players. Hence, even in every league, there's gonna be those 3 big teams that you know, or 4 big teams that you know. This is the only teams that will qualify to Champions League. That are gonna be in that order when it comes to a league. We know you go to Germany, Bayern Munich, Leipzig, Dortmund. It's expected. Italy, England, you know, the team are gonna be up there. The other one are just there to stay afloat.
Yeah.
If you are lucky, you might not get related. It's our football, but the fortunate part about angaphesheya amaqembu is that bona they rely more on fans because the fans are consistent in there. You know, when Fulham is playing against Nottingham Forest, you expect either it's away or a home game. You expect a full house. You don't even blink. The seats are always full. So that's the only advantage when it comes to those international teams to South Africa. They rely more on tickets more than anything. That's why it's even easier for them to get a sponsor. How you gonna get a sponsor with Sekhukhune when you don't even see a Eastern Cape a single Sekhukhune fan? Maybe you only see apho bahlala khona, close proximity, apho bahlala khona, not even far. So it's very hard to run a team up in South Africa, and I won't say that. Maybe we need investors. Which investors? Maybe Lama Arab. Those guys
and Kulmanabo, they've got money though.
Yes, they've got money, but they are not there in football, like about PSG, like we saw PSG, they are in it. But the other foot is in football, but the other foot is not in football. You see, most of the guys that bought those teams overseas, they even will go to court for FIFA fair play. That's how they want to spend money. They even break the rules. But here in South Africa, you're not gonna find ulomfo amazulu ekhupha i-200 million athi makuyothengwa amaplayer okanye kuwinwa ikapa amazulu athi just take the money and share with players must share the money and technical stuff. So it's very, 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 very hard for South African teams to run football up, because in 6 months' time, the transfer January opens. Pirates, Chiefs, and Sundowns, they will go to these players that were performing to these so-called small teams. The 2 players or 3 players are gone. Sundowns will take 1, Chiefs will take maybe 2, or Pirates will take 2. Then the team, you have to start afresh as a coach, and there's nothing you can do, because that's how those teams are run to stay afloat with Landuka. You also need money to pay the players that will remain with the team, rent, and all the logistics that come with running a football club. So you counted Amazulu, you counted which is Stellenbosch, Stellenbosch has been doing good in terms of keeping Landuka status afloat and maintain la portion yabo. But in some stage, sooner or later, the Alaku is going to run out, because of Hugo Super Sport. We saw with Vetsi how it happened, how it unfolded. Sooner or later, the luck is going to run out, because once you keep on selling, and because you want to stay afloat quickly, it's about chai, because we've got 16 teams, but you counted only maybe 5. What about the
For time, I'm going to have to jump in, but what's your score prediction here?
It's 2-0 OT.
Okay. No, thank you.
I wanted my former coach at least to salvage a draw.
For time. 72 minutes in, guys. Pirates is still leading 1-0. Look, the game has broken down a little bit more. You are starting to see that Pirates is a top-heavy team in terms of that defense being a little bit, not weak, but exposed, right? And I think that's something that Pirates is going to have to look into to make sure that that defense is not exposed, as maybe at times they've been here with this Sekhukhune side that has been half attacking and has shown some little holes, right? They just can't take advantage of it. Mara, baby halande wabathu Pedersen shem namfaka namtry sayazi not young namfaka namtry sumntana bantu aloka gijima nje without getting the ball or getting guys, don't do that to another foreigner. By the way, also, Pirates is committed. No white people from South Africa. Balanda outside. You're gonna fetch them from New Zealand. You're going to fetch them from Norway. You're not going to fetch them from inside. But anyway, guys, it is 1-0 Pirates leading Sekhukhune. Bongs?
OT?
Bongs, 74 minutes, 1-0. This second half, man.
OT, I heard you talking about philosophy. Ne?
Yeah.
I just want to ask, for the small teams, philosophy is it to play low block and then after going 1-0 down, it's then when they start playing football?
I don't know if it's philosophy. I think the problem is that there's no expectations. So there's no expectation for Sekhukhune to go win this game. There's no expectation for Sekhukhune like a Tuesday to beat Pirates. I think what has happened is that we've taken all of our expectations and they're on Sundowns, they're on Pirates, Chiefs to a degree. But the rest of the teams, this game doesn't matter. So if something doesn't matter like that, and grant again every month, but really bonus for getting into this round, they're going to play that football, because why would I go and try hard?
All right, OT. You also talked about financial muscle. Now, what's the point of DDC?
Yeah.
What's the point of DDC when it comes to financial muscle?
Ooh, I don't want to be too honest on that one. I think DDC was just for the development of certain players.
All right. After developing a player, shouldn't that player be moved to the first team and start showing what he has learned from DDC so that his price tag can grow? O bo kgona ho mo rekisa, o kgona ho reka 2 new good players. O bo lo develop again.
That's what they're doing. Nah, people keep saying business. I don't see it as business, but it is what it is.
It's because they are running the football as a business, not a soccer club.
I don't think they're running it as a business either, because what you just explained is a business. What they're doing here doesn't seem like a business, if I'm being 100% honest with you.
See, no wonder these teams they were relegated, some of them they were liquidated because they are not thinking properly like a soccer club. A real soccer club has to start development, develop a player a value high. How keta o kgona mo rekisa o kgona reka other players o bo khutela back to development, start developing another player, because that's what they do in Europe.
Okay, but then Bongs, to get back into this game, there's still a second leg to be played here. Does Sekhukhune have a chance?
The way Sekhukhune are playing, they are just happy to be there. So I think they are going to be knocked out. They only perform about Palali Chiefs. About these teams, they only perform when they play against Chiefs.
For time, since we're getting towards the end of this game, guys, there's about 13 minutes left of this game. Paris still 1-0 up. Hey, Halandi, bamfikisa. Yo, Shembe, bamfikisa. Pastor John, 77 minutes. There are some weaknesses, but Sekhukhune doesn't look like they can take advantage.
Nah. You can even see the way we are talking as a panel. We are talking things beyond this game already. So that just goes to show you that we don't see Sekhukhune scoring like I said. I don't see Sekhukhune scoring. I really don't see Sekhukhune scoring. And to show that Pirates are cruising, they just add attacking players. Then it's like Haaland Light is making a cameo, because where he is, he feels lonely. Well, you know what? I'd be disappointed if it ends 1-0, because then I feel like, to me, it just shows to me that Pirates are not ready for CAF. They're not ready for CAF. And at CAF, at some point, if you have the advantage, you must sit on their necks, make sure that you assert your dominance, because one mistake, then that away goal comes, and then we run into an issue now, and then we end up being eliminated. Yeah, but should have, could have, and so on and so forth.
But then shouldn't the small teams also be thinking about that? Like, shouldn't Sekhukhune say, "Man, wait 1-0. If we can just get a throwaway goal that makes it 1-1." Why don't our teams think in that way? We low block, and then when we get our opportunity, take that one and leave with the thing. It just feels like sometimes they're just here.
It goes to show, it's like they're giving respect to the big team.
I was ready. Anyway.
We were all ready. Unfortunately, yeah. But honestly, with big teams, especially when they face Pirates and Sundowns, is that they just give them too much respect. And then you tend to ask yourself, as a coach, maybe the pressure is that, because sometimes you ask yourself, with these coaches coaching the smaller teams, do they have the ambition to say, okay, to this season's goal? So I understand maybe a team like Kruger United, their goal is to stay up, but then the rest that have survived, is there an ambition to say, okay, on this goal, let's land top 8. On this goal, let's land let's land on top 3, get into Africa. I don't think we see that in coaches in this league, because it's more like we are fighting for survival. We are fighting for just to get that grant. We don't see any much ambition, unless the ambition is that every big team that comes, we monetize them if we are playing at home, monetizing Yana, and then going forward we'll see what happens. So that's what I'm seeing. Because if it was the case, we would have had a team that would have seen that, okay, there's a philosophy like this, maybe almost like how we thought of, how we perceive Ajax Cape Town to be, is that no, they have this philosophy of trying to play the total football, maybe have players that they can send to Amsterdam, but it wasn't really the case.
Okay.
You see, so that to me it's just ambition. So no.
You're still saying score prediction just one more time?
It'll remain 1-0 now. It has changed.
Hey, man. Okay. 1-0. I just want to, Morosh, teams like Bidvest and Supersport will be missed. Do you know what happened, Morosh? This is why I'm saying that it's very weird how we say it's business. A lot of the time, this is charity, right? So Supersport gets new owners, and the owners go, why are we funding this thing? It's not making us money. It's not taking us forward. Why are we funding this? Ajax Cape Town, the Ajax thing ends because Ajax is also looking at them and going, what do you mean? Bidvest Vids divests because they're also like, guys, we're funding this stuff. I think a lot of the teams, or football in general, and I've said this before, is treated like charity in the country. It's charity. And when something is treated like charity, you're not going to take it seriously. It's not something you take serious. Yo, hey, networky, has my network started? It's not something you're going to take serious, right? So I don't think our teams have that want to go win and take the risk and the appetite for all of that. Just manage your asset. But anyway, TikTok 25-26 Betway champions.
Hello. I think it's gonna end. I think it's gonna end 1-0.
Okay.
But I want to emphasize on what the previous member said. This Pirates team will not compete CAF-wise. I don't see us. I think if we get off the preliminary stage, I'll even be surprised. I don't think This is not a team to do that. For one reason, when you come in as a coach, when Coach Wadi came in, he wanted his system. We all know what happened with those 2 games and all that. Yeah, we won all those trophies, but I still believe we were not playing with his style and the players that he wanted to use.
Yeah.
Now you're starting to see this Coach Wadu, his system. If you are a coach, how do you convert players and make them right backs when you have a proper right back and then you sell them? But then you have how do you let go of someone like Van Rooyen and then you want us to win the Champions League? We can't win the Champions League like that. We can't convert players and say, you are a striker. I know you're a striker, but you can defend also. Because for me, I still complain with Kampani Lungu. I think we have a number 9 there that can add for us to score goals, but I don't think we are using him. So I think Coach was showing us that, okay, now I'm a coach, I want to use my system. These are the players that I want to use, which I don't fault him. Each and every person wants to come in and the system.
Guys, I just want to ask.
He's changing too much and too quickly, and I think that's going to cost us. In terms of competing in the Betway Premiership.
No, TikTok, there's just, I don't know what's happening, the network.
I think it's my network where I'm at. I think it's my network. It's not you. I think it's my network.
For time's sake, then, I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to just ask you, will this game end like this, and what's your prediction for the second game?
This one will end 1-0. The second leg's will be 2-0.
Okay. Agent, 85 minutes, 1-0. The last few minutes of PSL games, man. Last 25, 30 minutes. Aye, man.
How is the game, Mr. OT? How is the game?
Yeah, but no, you're not watching.
How is the game? I'm asking you how. I think when the Sundowns, it is. Anyways, let me come back to
No,
the
that's why I said PSL games. That's why I said PSL games last 30. Yo.
The last 30 was this game, entire game. It's not. This is the entire game. OT, yo. The 45 minutes has just passed by. I don't even have anything that I've jotted down to talk about.
I don't know what to say.
So I think maybe the player is giving me hints of Mami Niang, the striker. Good flick-ons here and there. Let's see.
He's won a lot of high balls.
And I said
defense.
Exactly. As I saw flashes of Mami Niang there. But I thought, by the way, he was going to break Thomas Joyce's record in the first 10 minutes or whatever it was. Because
Give it to him for tapping. Give it to him for tapping. I lose sis, man. How? Why didn't you give Haaland the tapping?
Now if I speak, I get in trouble. Now if I speak, I get in trouble. Earlier on, someone, what is his wish in the comments said, hey, Parrot is toothless in his goatee, and someone said your father is toothless. Hey, people problem. So I prefer not to speak OT on some of those things. Yeah, man. I think there's been nothing to write home about on this game. For me, I'm a bit happy because I think it gives meaning to the Premier League game, because had it been a 1-1 here, Pirates was, what was the word? The game on Tuesday or Wednesday was going to be boring because all the teams were going to be cautious going for the game. I think on Tuesday or Wednesday, whatever the day is, Sekhukhune will try and show more, and that's why I want, because I believe that's something they can get something in the league. I do believe that in Orlando Pirates should be able to finish this game up, but nothing to write home about. And then on the issue that you're having, I think development, the way someone once explained it is basically just like DDC is a development, whatever it is, a development. You are basically having a bunch of 11, 12, 13, 14 players that are accompanying just that one player.
Yeah.
And
you just need one to work out.
You just need one to work out. In that whole bunch, you just need one to work out. And that's where you have to utilize him properly, that once you get that one, as a smaller team, what do you do with him? Do you make him stay one season? Or immediately there's an offer, you take him out, right? I believe someone that is doing well in this area, or one person that could do well in this area is TS Galaxy owner as an agent, For me, the way I see it.
He said he's not there anymore.
Yeah, I say he sold it to buy share and stuff, but as a former, he could do better in that area, And the way I see it for me, right? Let's take Sundowns, for example. From that 24, 30-man squad, we have identified Mabena is rough around the edges. We have identified Homol Makekana. We have identified Bernard Mokwena. And right? There's 3 or 4 of them. Then what do you do with the rest of them before the 10, 20, 21? For me, either the ones that you feel like, no, this one's, I don't think that I developed enough for me to try and refine. Either sell them to DDC, sell them to Tanzanian League. There's an appetite for South Africans across Africa. Sell them to Botswana, sell them to Egypt. Like, there's an appetite for these youngsters. Spread yourself. There's an appetite for some known leagues that we don't know, what Thailand, what. I think that's how. I don't know if it was the Chiefs fan, I'm forgetting his name. That's how you could run the business of Edidis and make it profitable. Identify 3 or 4 players that you think they have value, others that are accompanying those 4 3 players, sell them to lower leagues and outside the country. And then that's how I think it could make sense. But yeah.
But then, oh, hey, for time though. Okay, I'm gonna make this a discussion. I'm gonna make this a discussion one day because time is gonna kill me now. Agent, second leg. Can Sekhukhune do anything, or is it done and dusted here?
It's done and dusted here. There will be no miracle that will happen here. And I don't know, there's something weird about this Sekhukhune team because I'm looking at the bench and I'm saying, is there anyone from the bench that can make impact, you know? But then to be fair, you can say the same about Pirates. But anyways, we're not there. I think that's my worry. But I don't know if it's a change of strategy, but I was expecting 2, 3, 4 players to, you know, older guys.
What's on my
okay, Hope FC, but but there's nothing to write home here. OT even next week, there's nothing to write home about. Maybe the league game, they should get something and they'll be happy. Thank you, OT.
Thank you, agent. Maralungu, if I had the polo, my guy made such a grand. How?
If I speak, I'm in big trouble, OT. Now, guys, the problem is we judge someone based on an action. Just because you assisted doesn't mean you had a good game. But anyways,
and now I'm getting shades of De Jong. De Jong was also running around like this, and he's one of my favorite players. Staji.
Wagwan, brother.
Wagwan.
How are you, my brother? How are you?
Marastaji,
how are you, my
you
brother?
Sound like you're far away.
Nothing like a call from me.
Okay.
One time, I'm not to make the fella for Peter to look in the Mufidi.
Yeah.
Get the matter for Peter. It's a fact game of this season. It's a matter for Peter. I can miss you again. Okay, man. Gabana ma can again 2 or 3 months.
Jwale nna ke batla ho botsa o reng ka team ya hao? Team ya hao e dladile e winne 1-0. How did you feel about game?
To be honest, give me an environment. To be honest, Marie, what can you say? I hope for a second leg is gonna be good. I hope for it's gonna be good second leg. I know we're going in the second leg. I know. But I got to make 3-0 or 2. I got 2-0. Yeah.
1-0 fela.
This is a first leg. Don't worry. This is a first leg. Kalabala for this is the first leg. Second leg, we're gonna go better 2-0. Yeah. Okay. 2-0. Yeah.
No, Staji.
And
yeah. No, ke batla ho botsa wena hore di-plans tsa hao tse dintjha o reng ka bona, and do you think somebody said hore Pirates can't win Champions League? O reng ka taba eo?
No, I never thought that we're gonna win that Champions League. That Champions League is ours, yes. Not for Sundowns. Sundowns win the Champions League last season. Okay. This season is ours. we're adding another star in our batch. We're adding we're adding another star in our logo. We're gonna have 2 stars.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
I can see for it, we're gonna go far. I can see
Yeah.
so we're gonna go far.
How
We're gonna go far with
mandizio?
this player.
How
We're gonna go far with this
mandizio?
player.
Anastaji, for time,
We're gonna
we
go.
have to jump in because we're at the end here. Guys, Dion Hotto, man of the match. Dion Hotto's man of the match from this game. Obviously, Dion Hotto was the goal scorer, assist from Lungu. Lungu, akafuna ukunikeza umlungu. Velile, mtakababa.
Hey, Buff.
Ulungu, akafuna ukunikeza umlungu.
I come in once last week ngabuza ngathi konje what's the meaning of stupidity?
Barani winile.
Ngiyabuza nje ukuthi what's the meaning of stupidity?
Doing the same thing over and over again.
Yeah. How many times? How many games we're gonna do the same thing? At 65, 70 minutes Mbutuma out. Every game, a police out. 80 minutes Hoto out. Like one of the same. Where is the coaching at Bafowethu kahleni?
It's quite depth ngisho.
Ufaka umlungu mawuqeda ukhipha aba middle field creative masilela ufaka udanseni no Silepe. I don't know ukuthi what are you paying double pivot ye 2-6 like Silepe no Mthiyane like really. I don't know mina ukuthi coach bekenza nje namhlanje mntaka mangathi uyangibusa I cannot even explain. That's why ngigcine senizixoxela manje. Ngicela senixoxa ngama development ngayo yonke into benixoxa ngayo lana. Ngibona ukuthi ayikho nje lento. Like ayikho lento beyidlula iPirate namhlanje. Ukuthi bekwenzakalani ngempela and iPirate is the only team where angazi ukuthi they are so addicted ukuthi udlalisa iplayer on their strongest points. Like ngathi addicted ngathi uzubhlungu, ngathi uzubhlungu. Makumele sidlalisa ulunga on his position on the right hand side. Uyaphi ka left mawukhipha policy. Yo bantu benkosi usibile bele ngathi sizubhlungu kumele kube yimsihamba isifundo like uyayenza ngepain. Like I don't know. Yeah.
Winile.
Akunandawo mntwana makasiko kodwa ngathi yazi to do things right ngathi zipain you have to try extra difficult things. Abamthalana you win the ball ufuna ukubreak ama window but uluza wonke ama ball uzawubreak like I don't know. Yo. Hey.
Yes, MTN 8 futhi man.
Like kahle mntaka maka like him. Angazi why mina senze into opposite njalo direct asimfuthi okay baba ake ngibuza umbuzo simple. Umdawu it is the best what?
Right back.
Based on what? What are his strong points?
Defending.
Yes. That's why ngokubonisa that izama ukumforce ukuthi aye phambili enze ngeke imforce. Do your strongest point thing and then that's it. But thina kumangathi yo.
Mara, for time I just got a phone call. Really listen.
Section ukuthi usathu China isinayo striker. The West Tamuko. Ayi.
Sizoyikhuluma kahle manje. Yes. Just for time because ngicela ukufonela. Awusithambi ngomfonela uring ka bo Mike.
Abjoti akina manzi ka bo Mike ke bona ka re ne re shebeletse maihlometla sele le Vasco da Gama. Ka khona o tla dlala game serious ba e re borile she Mike ba tluwa mang ka re khona o tla go tla a real game ke ya tla jwale ha ba tshotse mapagane ya balla tse mo tibelile. I'm so happy re betere ntse re dutse fatshe re le siko a re yo rona go le la dikats
Usithambi tsotse ke kwale ba komnyako batho. Guys, Orlando Pirates has won the game. All we can say honestly is
ungasiphapheli man ibhakabhaka alifuna ifavor yakho ukuthi luwine
mina bese ngithi ru bese ngiready but abafuna ukumnikeza ibhola. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. Tomorrow we'll be back again at 3 o'clock for the Sundowns game, and then Monday will be the normal show. So Monday to Thursday at 4 p.m. is the normal show. Then if Chiefs, Pirates, mamelodi, Sundowns, Banyana, Bafana are in action, we will also be here. But I do have to run. There's people literally at my door right now. So thank you guys so much for joining me. My review will be out in about an hour's time. So please check that out. Please support. Guys, bye-bye. Ooh, that guy won. Hi. Lungu, nigeza umlungu akore. Hey, mar. Ay. Ru.